last lap. Hey, he's been putting in solid laps. Look flawless. I don't think he's crashed one time. You got to give it up for him. Ryder going to win his first main event here, and Anaheim won. Man, very impressive ride for Ryder right there. That was crazy.
All right, what's up, boys? Today we are going to be racing Anaheim 1. So that is super, super sick. What you're seeing now is quali. We just got the track a few hours before. We've had a few hours of practice. And this is the NA, the US series. And yeah, this is Anaheim 1, super sick. Obviously this is a replica track of the real life track that's going to be racing by the time this video goes out. We'll be racing today. Yeah, you just saw my Baker lap there. This is quali, and that was a 54.6 or whatever I said. That was my Baker lap. But yeah, Anaheim 1 in the game. Super, super cool. It's a pretty good track. Scaling is definitely different to last year. The track's built way different to the previous, to the 2021 tracks. And yeah, this is the Aerial ESX replica series. Super cool to have in bikes. This is the biggest series in the game. And yeah, this is the season opener. Obviously, a lot of hype surrounding A1. You don't really know who's going to win, and everybody thinks they have a shot at the chip, so it's always a good vibe going in A1. Everybody's nervous. Yeah, this is my fastest lap of quali. As you can see, going really fast. This is actually a really, really bargain lap. I thought I had a 250 world record here for a sec, but you will see in a second that Evmove actually went a few thousandths or a few hundredths faster than me. So I was kind of disappointed in that. But I did get second overall in quali, and I raced in heat 2. Yeah, got some quick guys in my heat. Three Palms, Marco, Fatosa, all quick guys. Yeah, as you can see, there's an empty gate to my right, so I kind of wish I took the one to the right. It was a better gate. Don't know why it was empty, but yeah. If you guys watch my videos, you guys definitely know I'm not a very big Supercross guy. I am not the best at Supercross. I just won the Outdoor Championship a few weeks ago, and now we're into Supercross season, and it's definitely not what I'm naturally talented at, but I've been progressing the past couple of weeks, and I think I've gotten quite a bit better. As you can see, I've gotten a decent start there. That guy gets confused and runs into the tough block, so unfortunate for him. But yeah, real lucky on the start. Everybody kind of just falls around me, and I kind of just let the chaos happen and make my way up to third. Marco gets a bit sketchy here, gets into Three Palms, or that wasn't Marco, it was Victor? I don't know who that was, but gets into Three Palms. Marco passes me up my inside as I try to avoid them. Go for a move right here, and I go double, triple on off, triple out. Both lines are pretty quick. Yeah, Marco had the better one in that rhythm second, but I get around him here in the whoops, get a better drive, and go over the over-under here. And, yeah, now I'm leading the heat. Just kind of vibing out front. Led most of this race, actually. Yeah, led the first official lap. And it got a little sketchy here. I managed to save it. Honestly, I don't know how I saved that. When I was actually racing, I was like, how the hell did I just save that? But yeah, that was definitely sketchy. Mountain Drew, being a good lapper, led me by. Thank you, Mountain Drew. Yeah, kind of just trying to put down solid laps. Elfu goes down in front of me. Get into some lappers here. Right here, I get a bit sketchy, scrub a little bit too hard. Back end gets swirly, and yeah, thank God this isn't real life, because that would have hurt pretty bad. But yeah, Marcus makes a slight mistake. Three Palms gets around him, so I'm into third. Here's Victor here, lets me by, being a good lapper. Thank you, Victor. And yeah, now I'm just trying to hunt these guys back down, but there's not much time left. Three Palms makes a mistake here on the last lap. Go for a move, and then yeah, a lapper. Same lapper as I made last video that wasn't being a good lapper. But yeah, a lapper gets into it with me and ruins my chance at second, and then Victor ends up getting around me for third, so I get fourth. And as you can see, Three Palms and myself were not very happy with K. Miller there. I said some not so nice things to him, but I was gonna say some more, but I restrained myself, held myself back, and was like, just let it go, because it's just a heat race, not the biggest deal in the world. But yeah, this is the main event. This is when the nerves kind of start kicking in. Yeah, A1, obviously the biggest race in real life, probably the biggest race ever held in this game. There was like 400 side-ups for this race, and we had to delay quali a bunch of times because they didn't have enough servers. It was crazy. So lots and lots of people trying to make this race. But yeah, here we are for the main event. Chose an inside gate, decided to play it safe. Kind of just wanted to check up and just hold it around the inside. That's exactly what I do here. As you can see, Keegan kind of gets into it with Moof. Makes him go down. I try to avoid them. Chaos all around me, and just trying to stay on two wheels here. But yeah, off to a decent start, fourth. I never usually get that good of starts, and oh, as Keegan goes down and get around him, and more luck going my way up into second. So an amazing, great start. Van Meel in front of me. So at this point, I'm just trying to check out. But yeah, like I said, I don't usually get the best starts. So usually what I have to do is kind of do what I just did there and try not to go down and let the chaos happen around me. Yeah, at this point I was pretty happy with my start, and I think I said it in my last video too, when you get a good start like this, I think your main goal should be on the first few laps just to not go down, because you just lose so much time if you go down in the first few laps, because then you get stuck behind people that are slower than you, and they just hold you up. There's people crash in front of you, and you just don't have the room to kind of run your pace. But yeah, this is Van Meel in front of me. I knew I had kind of the pace on him because I got second in quali. I don't know where he finished, but I know I was at least a second quicker than him in quali. So I know I kind of had the pace. So I actually at this point kind of wanted to match his pace. A good race pace around here would probably be 56s and below. And while we were practicing this track for a couple hours before this, I was running consistent 55s and sometimes even threw a couple 54s in there for my race pace. So I knew I had it in me to go pretty quick. But yeah, like I said, 56s were pretty good race pace, so I just kind of tried to hit those 56s because I knew Van would be hitting that same exact lap time, except for me hitting a 56 would be like 80% of my speed, and for him, hitting 56s would be like 95% of his speed. So I know he was more likely to make a mistake and crash or something. And at this point in the race, I don't want to make a risky move and take us both down and lose a bunch of time. So yeah, just trying to latch on right now. Just trying to pull away from, who's that, Marco behind me. Yeah, we all have new numbers. He's number 14 now. You guys might remember him as 27, but yeah, after outdoors we got new numbers. He's 14 now, and yeah, if you look on the map, he's in third. Yeah, so just trying to pull away from him. But I guess I can talk about the track for a bit, because the track was actually really, really good. The E-Road was absolutely perfect. I loved the E-Road. As you can see, Van getting really sketchy throughout the whoops. That was his weakest point throughout the entire night, was the whoops. Really struggled through there. He did. And I felt like I was pretty good through the whoops. So I kind of had that in my back of the mind in case I wanted to make a pass there. But yeah, like I was saying about the track, the E-Road is really, really good. This track, at first, once you learn it, once you get in a flow, oh my gosh, it's like you can just like zone out and just vibe and just start putting down laps, and yeah, it's really fun. The whoops are definitely different this year. They're bigger, and it doesn't help that they're out of awkward corners, so you can really get the best drive for them. So it'll be interesting to see if next week, I don't remember the track map, but yeah, these tracks are based off the track map too, by the way. But yeah, I don't necessarily remember the track map, so I don't remember if there's going to be a 180 bull corner before a whoop section. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the whoops play out when you actually get a good drive for them, these scaling. Yeah, it seems like he kind of made the jumps less peaky this year and a bit more rolled, so it's a bit more forgiving to come up short. but at the same time, there's a lot of time to be gained here. So it kind of makes for less crashing and more just pure speed. And you'll see an example of that later on in this race. But yeah, Van, I'm starting to kind of pick up my pace here, and Van's starting to make a few mistakes here and there. As I say that, I make a mistake and have to double single out. Yeah, triple quad through here, single out. You can absolutely rail this corner. This is a pretty fun and flowy triple before the finish line. Van was going outside here all night, and I felt like inside was way quicker. I feel like we could get the same amount of drive, but I'm saving, I don't know, 4/10 by going inside. So maybe he just felt more comfortable going outside, which is probably what it was, because the inside could get sketchy, especially if you're not lined up for it enough. But I actually felt more comfortable going inside than I did outside. It wasn't really a risk-reward type of thing for me. It was just like all gain because it was less risky and I gained more time from it. So I knew that was a really good spot for me to try and make a move if I do end up catching Van here. But yeah, I'm not really known as a Supercross guy. And as Van makes another mistake, and I make a mistake too. So I could have really capitalized there if I would have got that rhythm section good, and I could have definitely made a pass, but unfortunately I ended up making a mistake. And yeah, Van is sticking in front, but now I'm only a half second behind him. I look down the inside, make a dive to the inside, go through the whoops, and Van gets a slightly better drive than me. Super frustrating. I almost had it. But yeah, these Supercross races are so quick. There's only, if you look in the top left there, there's already only, 8 minutes left, which is absolutely crazy because I'm kind of used to the outdoor 30 minutes plus 2. So right now I'd still be just kind of warming up and picking up my pace and settling in, whereas this, it's just like, okay, it's already halfway through the race, it's time to get going. But yeah, I'm trying to stick with Van here, and now at this point, instead of just latching on, I'm trying to actually actively make a move, plan out my spot, see if I can make something happen here. As we are already kind of getting into some lappers there, if you looked at the right. They are coming up. And yeah, the lappers were actually pretty good tonight. I mean, besides what you saw in that heat race, lappers were actually pretty good tonight as I make up more time on that inside like I usually do. But Van goes super slow up the face of that over-under bridge, and I run into the back of him, making me lose 4/10 there, I think that was. Yeah, 4/10 by the end of the first sector. So yeah, unfortunate. That's another place where I could have capitalized and made a pass, but that's okay. This is a fun battle me and Van are having. Yeah, Van's really come to his own these actually ever since outdoors, he's been absolutely barking. So Van is definitely no slouch. He's one of those guys where he might not have the top speed, but he'll definitely have that consistency and not really make any mistakes. Yeah, he's definitely a championship contender. There's a lot of guys that are championship contenders this year. It's kind of scary, but we'll get more into that later. As I, again, am going to try to make another move, but luckily I saw those lappers go down in front of me and got around them. That was Bailey who went down, and he actually stayed on the ground instead of getting back up, which really could have screwed me. So thank you very much, Bailey, for being aware of your surroundings and not getting back up. As Van makes a mistake, doesn't go down, but makes a mistake, and I get around him. So finally, I was able to capitalize on his mistake because I've had 2 shots previously to do so, but third time's the charm, I guess. But yeah, so anyways, like I was saying, thanks, Bailey, for having spatial awareness if you're watching this video, and that was cool of you. Anyways, into the lead now, and yeah, now I'm starting to get a little butterflies. Like, man, I'm leading A1. Like, I've never even had a Supercross podium before, and now I'm leading the race. If you look at the top left side of your screen, you will see Keegan in third. He's brought that gap down to 4.8 seconds. At one point, it was just like a few laps ago, he was 10 seconds back. 10 seconds back in third. And now just a few laps later, he is 4 seconds. And I have been keeping my eye on that gap for the whole race. And at this point, I was kind of just like, okay, run solid laps, but also I got to prepare for a battle with Keegan in case he does catch me, because I'm going to have to do some defensive riding and try to maintain my position here because the clock is winding down here. The race is coming to a close already, which is crazy. Seems like this race has gone by really, really quick. But yeah, coming up on KV here, another lapper. He was pretty quick. I know he was really good in AMs. Lets me by here, so thanks KV. Yeah, still going inside there. I just think it's way faster. You'll see me a lot of times get up on my time in the first sector, in the bottom right, by like 4/10. And then for some reason throughout the rest of the lap, I kind of lose my time a bit, lose some speed, and I'm never able to actually get below a 56.4, which is really weird because, like I said in practice earlier, I was running consistent 55s, 54s, and I know I had it in me, but maybe it was just the first race and I was just a little bit nervous and didn't want to push too hard, and that kind of was my mindset, just don't crash, because as I was looking at Keegan chip away at me, I was like, there's no way he can maintain this speed and this pace for the next few laps. Like, he's got to go down eventually, at least once, you know? I was like, there's no way he can do this without crashing, but, I mean, as you can see, he's not crashing, and it's already down to 3.3 seconds. So, I mean, it's about a second a lap that he's taken out of my time here, so that is pretty scary to look at. But I think it was at this point I made a conscious decision to stop looking at the top left of my screen and just focus on what's in front of me and stop worrying about if Keegan's catching me or not, and just start putting down solid laps, running consistent laps. And my analysis afterwards, it's like every single lap I ran a 56 or something like that. So I was really, really consistent. So I was really proud of that. But yeah, at this point I was just like, okay, I'm just going to let him have the pace on me. I'm just going to stay consistent and stop looking up and try to just look forward. But yeah, so coming up on some more lappers here. Who is this? That is Benjamin from Rotomart. He's a cool dude. He streams the 450 races. Good guy. I think he's a engineer or something. I don't know. But yeah, I know he's really busy and doesn't have too much time to play this game, so it's really cool to see him out here racing. But yeah, there is a lot of championship contenders this year. I'd say probably there's 5, including myself. I'd say me, Keegan, Van, Emoof, and Hemi are the top guys. And you never know. There could be a surprise guy that just comes out of nowhere and whoops our butts. But going into the season, those were the favorites. Keegan actually was an amateur rider last year, came up to pros halfway through the season. He's just absolutely barking now. We were on the same team, NMR, for a bit, and I taught him a few things while he was in the AMS. He won like 6 races in a row, and yeah, now we're here, and we're still good friends, and it's really cool to be, 1-2 with him. He actually got his first podium before I did. Like I said, I have never gotten a podium in Supercross, which is weird. I got a outdoor championship, but never even a podium in Supercross. Kind of like I don't know. Who's good at outdoors only in real life? I don't know. But I'm sure there's someone that I'm not thinking of. But yeah, this was super cool to be 1-2 with Keegan. Having him catching me and like anticipating a battle, that was really cool for me. Because we've been playing together now for probably 7 months. Maybe 6. I don't know. A while. So we've been progressing together, helping each other get better. It's really cool. And he's really naturally gifted at this game. Like, he is super, super good. He doesn't have to put much time into this game at all to be good at it. So yeah, that's cool. I know Van and Evmoof were having quite the battle throughout this race too, because looks like Van fell back. And yep, there's that mistake. If you look up, I actually didn't notice this until watching this back, but yeah, Keegan's now 8 seconds back. He must have gone down. And yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. I was like, there's just no way he could run that pace. I mean, it's possible because he did win the EU series before this, and he won all of his heats, I think. So, oh yeah, as these guys go down in front of me, super scary. Don't know what these guys are going to do, so I just double and then triple on off and triple out. But yeah, these guys were all good lappers. Surprisingly, I mean, none of the lappers really held me up at all and kind of just let me by. It was really great. So thank you to all the lappers. You guys were great tonight, and I know it's really, really hard to get out of the way in Supercross just because it's so tight and the tough blocks, and usually you're in a battle of your own, and yeah. Yeah, this race is winding down here. 30 seconds to go plus a lap, so it'll be interesting to see if I make it across the line or not in time. Yeah, this track is just really flowy. Had a lot of fun tonight. Yeah, coming up on another lap here, I think that's McCracken, number 19. He's another guy that always has the potential to win a race, too. I don't know if he's a championship favorite, and I could be wrong. And he could prove me totally wrong and come out here and win this championship. But he's another guy that could win any race. So it's surprising to see him back there as a lapper. So must have gotten a bad start or something. Not too sure. But yeah, white flag is waving. Make it across the line in time. And yeah, this lap I was just like, please just don't go down. Please don't go down. Because Keegan's only 7 seconds behind me, and even if I did crash, I probably could have gotten up in time, but, I mean, obviously I don't want to crash right now. So, yeah, I was really nervous right here, butterfly setting in. You know, when you're, like, playing Call of Duty or something, and search and destroy, and you have it's like a 1v5, and you clutch up and your hands start shaking. I was getting that same hand shakiness right now in my hand, so it was kind of hard to actually turn the bike. And I don't know why I was getting so nervous, because I've done this before in outdoors. I know how to win races. I've done it in heats before, but I guess when it's A1 and there's all this pressure on you and you just came off a chip, I guess I expect a lot of myself. And yeah, coming around the final corner here, never even got a podium, and now I got my first win, so let's go. I was pretty happy about that, and I was super excited to see Keegan come behind me in second. And yeah, if you've been watching my previous races, you'll know that in the preseason races, like the test races, I was doing okay. I got second at Daytona. But yeah, Supercross is definitely not my best thing in this game, so I was really happy after this race. It was really awesome. As you can see, I'm doing burnout. I'm just really happy as yeah. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching. Got the hottest chick in the game, wearing my chain, that's right, ho.